Hi guys, so welcome to our living room. Quarantined living room. So if you don't know, this is my mother, this is my mommy, Miss Marcy, and she's always avoiding the camera. Like she's always running from the camera. I try to get her, I try to get content with her, but she's the most difficult person to catch on camera. Until quarantine. It has nothing to do with being busy. She runs from the camera. Those who know. So, thankfully my girl is a trained loctician. What do you call it? Sister loctician. What's the proper description? Sister lock technician. My girl is a certified sister lock technician. Thankfully it happened around this time so I could have my hair done at home. Now when it's time to lock her hair, it's a different story, but you never know. I might get a crash course in sister locking. Business people, I addressed you like about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, a few days ago, some days ago. A lot is happening with us, a lot. So we just decided to bring some light, bring some love, bring some conversation, something. You never know, it might be the start of something great. Like, who knows? Mommy and I were kind of just chatting because there are so many questions I wanted to ask her. So when you're accustomed going every day, I mean, people are always surprised. They say, yeah, you live with your mommy, so your hair will always be done or your nails will always be done. No. This is the first time she's locking my hair. I'm getting her to retighten my head. Second of all, I do my own nails. Sis don't ever have time for me, okay? So, and it's the same for conversation. Sometimes we don't get to talk until like on a Sunday or the one day that you're home. And this is sometimes you have conversation or things to talk about 5 days old, 4 days old. You just don't have the time. And I'm sure plenty of us are experiencing an abundance of time for conversation. If you're hearing any noise in the background, that's my wonderful father in the kitchen and he is baking bread. All right. So Miss Marcy, what you have to tell the people? Mind you, and she always has a lot to say, but in front of the camera, you'll never see me, my mom in public versus my mom in private or my mom at home. Anyways, so Miguel, talk to the people. What you have to say? I have some questions to ask you.
Not much, but stay safe, stay home, be encouraged, review, reinvent, rediscover what you have inside, what you have already been doing, find another way to do it, a better way to do it, encourage someone.
Alright, so I wanted to ask her about lockdown because me, or early 1990s and after, I mean, okay, yes, in Trinidad and Tobago speaking. So, in 1990, we experienced something called the gooo. Now, for persons who were born, who were old enough to know what was going on, they would understand, they would have experienced a lockdown before. Now, mind you, this lockdown is different. It's not the same, but it's our first. Like, I'm 30, so those of us my age and younger, this is the first time many of us are experiencing anything like a lockdown. I don't think it would be as restricted as, but so okay, you tell us what was, and it's not like we're trying to draw any reference to say this is as bad as the gooo. We're just talking. So what was the gooo like? What was your gooo lockdown experience like? And you had a business, your business was open also?
Yeah, so the business was on Independence Square.
Wait, by the way. Mommy, how long now you doing this? How many years you doing this thing?
Long.
Long as how long?
About over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Alright. You started this straight out of school or something? I think you said out after secondary school?
After secondary school, I did some other training apart from beauty, and I realized that is not, it wasn't what I wanted to do, so I ended up in the beauty school you know, I realized, okay, well, I really like doing this. And I went to that time, it was Malakit Educational Center, where they had, you know, full training for 2 years, a 2-year training course, 2.5 years. And the rest is history. And from there, you know, I continued to upgrade in different training, you know, doing experiences, working in different places. And here I am today. Over 50 years of experience.
So how long was your business open before you experienced the coup?
6 months.
6 months into business?
I just opened that place on Independence Square, on a shop on Independence Square, as a FCD Bank. The business was 6 months old.
So this was the first time you ever came out on the scene, first time you launched business?
No, that was my second, you know, business, but first on my own.
Okay. So 6 months into where you want Independence Square,
Yes,
who break out?
that's right. Just a block away from where we go. So we were in the heart and everything. In the midst of the Hasakara.
Oh gosh, if you never heard the word Hasikara before, I believe it's Hasikara. It's a Creole word. It means commerce, bacchanal, trouble. Mind you, I only learned that word last week after our PM used it in a national address. Hashtag Hasikara. Alright. Word of the year. I should say word of the month. Word of March. Yeah, because you never know what else we might learn between today and. Alright. So what did the coup do to business do?
It did a lot. It did a lot. Because we had deaths. People got shot because it was an attempted coup. So lives were lost. There was fear over land. Buildings were burnt, businesses destroyed, businesses were looted, flats. Some people never caught themselves after that. You know? But mainly, mainly in the city, you know, the brunt of it, you know, took place.
You know, so don't forget where you stop. When you say some businesses never caught themselves, that's like the grocery owners who we met about a month ago, who said they weren't ever able to catch themselves.
They're on Independence Square,
Right.
family-owned business.
Right.
I know there was a ice.
We can't call no
storage.
names there, will you?
There was a ice storage in Lamington. I don't think they ever caught themselves.
So in terms of, well, you would have had money invested in rent, money in products. You're working in one of those walk-through malls.
Yes.
You all open back there.
Yeah. So where we were, thank God it was not affected or destroyed in any way. It was just you know, we just had to leave the place, you know, unattended. So when it was safe for everybody to go back out there, all the business owners, well, we went back, we cleaned up our businesses, and we continued. You know, there are, you know, always lots of stories to be told about the coup, and you know how it affected persons. Yeah.
And how long you had business? How long did business operate there after reopening after the coup? How long you stayed there?
I think I stayed there about 2 years.
People had problems like with but then again, you said the lockdown wasn't like 2 weeks, and even though we on a 2-week lockdown, guys, it's not certain because it could be extended. So it wasn't more than 2 weeks.
No.
So it didn't really affect
Wasn't really,
renting, you mean?
not really. And then so as I said, it's like an immediate, like a few blocks. Charlotte Street, George Street, some places on Frederick Street, you know, but businesses could have functioned. Those who weren't in the environs, I mean the nation function, financial complex, all those places were able to function. So, but at least for us, our clients, we're still around and our businesses function, at least myself and those who were in the same class were there with us. Yeah?
Okay.
But, there were persons who were affected somewhere or other, lost a loved one. Some of the offices would have been closed. It was still a bit, tense. But eventually, it sorted itself out.
And in contrast, so what happened really cool, based on what mommy said. So, well, like we said before a little while ago, the lockdown it could be 2 weeks. It says it's 2 weeks, but it can be extended. I mean, I know yesterday I saw on one of our news pages, they posted that the same thing, the lockdown or non-essential business requirement closed down could be extended. And I mean, we don't know, it could be more than just non-essentials, but we hope not, because well, I shouldn't say we hope not. I don't want to be insensitive to the fact that you're protecting lives, but at the same time we understand how the economy works, and there is so much government assistance going out, so many businesses closed, so many people already lost jobs, and yes, there's a risk in life and safety. I guess at the same time, an entire total lockdown, I mean, there's so much could be said about that, but we're going there right now. In contrast to lockdown, but mommy first lockdown experience. Pressure. Now listen, sister, locking is not a traumatic thing, but the hairline a little bit sensitive, one, and I will not get the same torture like you, okay? Alright. Not torture. Oh gosh. So alright. So in contrast, so we have in this experience, my first lockdown experience, and it is first begin. So all about now. So today, well, we're recording this. Today is Saturday. This is Saturday morning. It is 10:03 a.m. April the 4th. And also, I would have been getting ready to finish my first client, to start a second client on a Saturday. There is no home on a Saturday thing. We're not accustomed to that. Work from early morning into nightfall. I know for last year we did a lot of Saturdays. We did a one Saturday a month off with family, which was great. And this year, but it's still early in the year, so we didn't put anything like that in place. So we know about working on a Saturday morning. This is new. This is different. This is now one. Yes, I know there is no income coming in business-wise. Yes, at the same time, somehow, like today, in this moment right now, I can't complain. Because it feels good. It feels good to wake up on a Saturday morning and not have to hustle to go anywhere. You don't have to go to the grocery because groceries are made. Food is here. So it's just ready to, well, I mean, this is the most quote-unquote work-related thing that we did. And I wouldn't say it's work, but in terms of get up and prepare and put together. But if it wasn't for this, I mean, we sit down in your room and lock the hair, or sit down right here and lock the hair. But usually on a Saturday it's so fast paced. So one, the busyness, and even this week. So I would have mentioned in one of my videos before, a few months ago I started doing something during the daytime. So I took on how to explain that, boy? I took on extra duty during the daytime. So I do that, and then I come to the salon and I work in the evening. So it's from that pace straight into client's pace. So leave home early in the morning, like about late sometimes. But let's say about 7, and not getting back home until like about 9, 10 midnight. And that was the norm. And sometimes on Sundays I would work clients in the salon from about 10 to. So that's the kind of pace I'm accustomed to. So this whole week being home is like, oh my gosh. So it feels good on the one hand, and then on the other hand it's like, I'm not accustomed to this. I'm not accustomed to the slow. I'm accustomed to pace. you know your body adjusts. And yes, I might be sleeping. I would have been sleeping everywhere. Like anywhere I sit down for more than 5 minutes, crash, sleep, because I'm tired. So now, since getting sleep, sis is rested. Sis ain't bepping on herself like an old person.
Old person.
Well, okay, no wait. Let me pull that back, because you know you have to be careful what you're saying. So not all old persons, but I am not sleeping on myself and I'm not overly tired like I used to be before. So the rest is great. There is the concern, and when I say concern, I'm not speaking about like worried, stress, tears, cry, but where we are, where our salon is right about now, it's a space that we rent, okay? We don't have our own building as yet, so we pay a rent. But if there are no clients coming in, so week 1 passed, we go into week 2, yeah, we have 2 weeks of no clients coming in, and that is the source that you would use, that is the source that we would have been using to pay rent from. So that's not coming in now, and if the lockdown is extended by 2 more weeks again, then that makes 4 weeks. No clients with a rent to be paid, and there are a lot of us experiencing that. So that thought is still there. That's a reality that we're facing now. So this lockdown, again, being in business and yet still renting somewhere just like before, but this one is, and there's a lot more uncertainty in this lockdown than the lockdown we would have experienced first. So this might get a second lockdown. So there's a lot of difference. Even with regard to business. So mom, in her lockdown experience, number 1, clients, she said, will continue. So after the whole fright and the fear, and there's a lot of fear happening right about now, and not just locally but internationally. Yes, we have a threat, but I think the fear of this thing is feeding it. The fear of it is so real, but we're not going there right now. Yeah. So with regard to the difference, and for her, business continued in after a week. Let's just say within about a week and a half, business was back up. Here, business is not going to be back up, and so although we have experienced the non-essential lockdown for this week, but before that, a lot of businesses were going on work from home. So a lot of people who would not have experienced work from home before, they're now experiencing that. Services, online Zoom, classes, online Zoom, and this would have been like, let's say, traditional schooling, primary, secondary, tertiary, but now we have makeup classes that probably weren't online before. We now doing them online. Nail classes, I'm thinking, yeah, online. Eyelash courses, a lot of trainings happening online. Everything that could possibly happen online is happening online right about now. And use of technology is different, even in the way that we interact. So I am a, hey, how you going? A big hug, or I am a hugger, kisser, greeter, kind of. I know for a while, it took a while for me to condition myself to, okay, you see somebody, but don't embrace. Will we ever get back to embracing? Will we ever get back to kiss? You understand? The world will never be the same. Like, never be the same again. And then, so, business people, especially when you have businesses that will businesses that thrive or are based on human interaction and human touch, because we do nails, we do hair, manicures, pedicures, facials, it is contact, human contact. Like, it actually requires skin to skin touch and contact, which is why early in the game we shut down in the services that we do and close down before the non-essential close was announced, because so they spoke about age group, and the age group that what they were saying at first, the age group that's most at risk would have been not the 30s, but unless you have pre-existing health conditions, but you're more mature. And I mean, mommy. And then there's Miss Suzanne. I'm not sure if you would have seen me post Miss Suzanne. So taking their health into consideration, and we also have mature clients as well. We say, you know what, take some time, cruise up for the week, see what's happening, and yeah. But we have businesses, and for others like you could be looking on, and you have businesses that involve human contact. What's going to happen with that? You understand? After all is over, after COVID-19 has dealt with the world and run its course, businesses will never be the same again. So we are put in a place, and when I say we, I mean us, and I'm sure you're probably experiencing it as well. How do we adjust? What do we do to adjust? Some things that will never be the same before. We always exercise hygiene and cleanliness in the salon. Mom teaches as well. So she's an educator. Well, was on a national level, but has been on a private scale ever since, well, for a long while. So hygiene and sanitation is something that she always taught, and that we pride ourselves to be doing. And even that, we took that up like some more notches, because it's like, oh gosh, this thing on metal surfaces and the doors outside and the railing on the staircase to come up, and we Lysol in, and it's like, oh, there's so much. But things will never be the same again. So we are in a position, okay, how do we adjust? How do we adjust? Because the relevance or the business doesn't become irrelevant. I mean, who knows? Some people might never do nails again, but I don't think that will happen, because it's not just about physically having your nails done or just having your hair done. There's a therapeutic recharge. What's another word to describe what happens? Relaxation that happens. So not everybody would understand it, but if you have ever been in a place to experience having a pedicure done, or a facial, or a massage, or just even having your nails polished, gel polish, or manicure, there's something it does for you as a person. And there are some people who might do these things every month, but they might do it quarterly. There's a therapy about it. So there is no second guessing that they will lose their relevance, but how will it change? How will business change? How do we adjust ourselves around it to not lose relevance, to not be outdated, to still remain current and still remain a necessity, an essential? I mean, we essential, okay? Salon professionals, barbers, beauty professionals, we essential. So more essential than you may think. And if you want to take me up to debate, I'm ready. Let's debate it. We essential. So what I have another question that I wanted to ask or to talk about is, what do you think it would do to business now? Okay, do you think we just talk about that, or?
I think we just talk about it.
Yeah.
As I said, business will never be the same. Those that
Excuse that truck.
At home, we will have an increase in home businesses. Some of them may downsize. We have other businesses downsizing, probably sharing, spaces. Depending on what your business entails, you may have some that may come together, corporations, joint.
Oh, okay, mergers. Right.
Yes. To share the weight of the overheads, but yet function, feed off of each other kind of thing. Supporting businesses. We may have some persons who may not, have the full business running, but may opt to be employed by someone, or, maybe not working the full week, but part of the week, some days. We have a lot of changes. But, we are innovative people. We get that. We'll be alright. Those of you who may be wondering, what next, Lord, there is always provision. There is always tomorrow.
pray.
Recharge and make your rest.
And the thing about it too, in quarantine or what is happening, some of us, the non-essentials, we home and we have nowhere to go, we have nothing, I shouldn't say nothing to do because some of us work from home, but a lot of the time we would have spent on the outside in traffic or traveling or, I mean just going out, dinners, recreational stuff, we are home. So home gives you a lot of time to hear your own thoughts. I remember early this morning and even yesterday I sat down and I'm like, wow, you know how long, it's been so long since I've done that. Like sit down on a morning and just think, boy. Sit down in the morning and think, yeah, your thoughts, pray. It's like simple things like that we take for granted because okay, it's like wake up, hustling and clear, sit down, but you're praying or you're just sitting down, time out, you're journaling or writing, but you're watching your clock, you're watching your time, you're checking your time because you don't have much time to do this, and it's like, how could you focus totally if at the back of your mind you're like, oh gosh, I don't have much time for this, so let me just put this whole prayer or this whole hear my thoughts thing into a 5-minute bracket. Sometimes it's never enough, and then sometimes you forget or you just don't have the time. But we make time for what's priority. So in quarantine, it's a good time to put those things as priority. I always say everything that we need is inside of us. We were given everything that we need to be successful. We were all given everything we need to be successful and to thrive in this life. God has already given it to us. Like you already have it. It's inside of you. Somebody might discover they're like, you know, their passion for a skill when they're 40 or 50. But the ability to do it they didn't get the ability at 40. They just discover it. You understand? So if they were able to do that before, they would have been doing it or mastering it from even earlier. Yet at the same time, I think everything happens in its time, in its place, and everything happens for a reason. So take the time and hear your own thoughts. Sit down and write, brainstorm, sleep, wake up, pray, eat, sleep, pray, do some exercise. If you have anything that you want us to address, you never know. If you have anything you want us to speak about, you want us to do a live, a little nervous about lives, I'll be very honest. And if my girl here always ducking the camera, I don't know if I'll get her on a live, but if you ask for her to be on a live, she'll come on a live. Let's go. So yeah, let us know your thoughts. Feel free to comment, feel free to leave feedback. You can message, you can leave me a message, anything you want us to address. Even if you want something, you want us to pray about something for you, on your behalf, that kind of thing. Anything, we open. So, think you want to do this again? Miss Marcy, I'm asking you a question. Maybe.
In this quarantine time, you can say anything you want.
True. You can say anything you want, really. No, but for real.
Have my what do you call it?
Undivided attention?
Attention.
Not for real though, we home, so we got time. So guys, thanks for viewing. Thanks for your time. And who knows? We'll be back. We may be back. We could be back. Like mommy said, we're on quarantine. We got time.